Hi, gang. It's Steve Hart here once again with Kingdom Consciousness. Yes, I'm back to doing some more videos for you. I haven't done some for a while, but Spirit has been speaking to me the last several months, and it's been amazing what is going on in my consciousness. Um, I've written several things in the last few months, and I have placed them on my blog, and I will be putting a link down below here for you to go and read what I've written. Today I want to talk about the perception of the conflict that we have within ourselves and what we see in the world between light and darkness, what people call good and bad, or the positive, negative energy, however you want to define what that is. But we struggle with this in our consciousness, and so I am beginning to get a better understanding of how this works and how it plays out. I want to start off by reading some scripture, actually the words of Jesus here, from Luke 11:34. Now listen to what's being said, because what I'm going to share with you in this video and the next videos to come is powerful stuff. The lamp of the body, he says, is the eye. Therefore, when your eye is good, your whole body is full of light. But when your eye is bad, your body is full of darkness. Therefore, take heed that the light which is in you is not darkness. So he's identifying the fact that we have both within us, both the light and the darkness, okay? And I want to point out to you, though, when he says the word, when the eye is good, that word good in the Greek means to be healthy. And when it says when your eye is bad, it basically means to be unhealthy. That's all it really means. We have a tendency to put too much into those words, and we want to demonize bad and good and try to. It's just part of that conflict that we deal with inside our own understanding. But basically, I want to neutralize these words, and so therefore I'm pointing out that the Greek means good is healthy, bad is just unhealthy, okay? So, Jesus is pointing out the fact that we need to use our eye to open ourselves to the light. Now, notice he says in the very beginning of that, the lamp of the body is the eye. What is that? What is that? The eye? Well, which eye is he talking about, huh? What eye do you think he's talking about? Because he says the lamp is the eye. What is that? Yeah. I want to share something with you. There's a scripture in the Old Testament in Genesis. It's Genesis 32, where there's a story of Jacob, and he's wrestling with this man, and it appears from the scripture that it's an angel. And the story goes that he's wrestling with this angel, or this person. He's wanting them to bless him, and he will not let go of this person unless they bless him. And the person does give him a blessing. So that's why it's believed that it's an angel. And after this event happens, Jacob calls the place where this event took place the word Peniel. And in the Hebrew, it means the face of God. And I think this is interesting because later on in the book of Revelations, in chapter 22, verse 4, it says, and they, referring to the faithful people to God, that they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their foreheads. I think this is an interesting scripture. Now, I want to show you something here. Do you know what this is? Most of you know what that is. You've probably seen these on the ground or hanging from a tree, because this is a pine cone. A pine cone. And there's a gland within the brain. It's located about right here. And it's called the pineal gland. That's what they actually call it. And the reason it's believed that they call that the pineal gland is because it looks like this. It looks like a pine cone. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time explaining to you all the details about this gland. But I will say, I think it's interesting that it's located about right there, a few inches back behind your forehead. And we also know of other spiritual teachers who refer to the eye here as being the third eye. When Jesus said, if the lamp of the body is the eye, and if your eye be good, well, like I said, which eye is he talking about? I believe he's speaking about the third eye, the eye within our brain, which is a connection to God. And when Jacob said, I will call this place Peniel, meaning the face of God, he saw God, he was face God. And when in Revelations it says that the faithful shall face God, and his name shall be in their foreheads. I think this is very interesting, very interesting. So, what I have found is that in my meditations and in my prayer, as I listen to what Jesus says here about the eye and opening my third eye and my understanding to seek God through Spirit, that the light comes within. And therefore, I'm enlightened. That's what enlightenment means. Now, I want to talk a little bit about. I hope that gave you some understanding about our connection with God in both physical and in spirit. Okay. Now, I want to share with you a little illustration here. I've got a couple sticks here. One is going to represent the light, and the other one's going to represent the darkness, okay? Now, as we look at these, I'm going to ask the question, which one is greater? Well, if you look at it right here and you measure these up, you'll notice that the stick that seems to be the longest is the black one, the dark one. And the light one is just a shorter one. And yet when I switch hands, I bring them back together again, I line them up again, now it appears that the light is greater than the darkness. Ooh, what is this? Is this an optical illusion? Yes, it is. Because the truth is, you will notice that they are both the same length. Yes, they're both the same length. Yeah. See? There we go. So, within us, we have both light and darkness, right? It's there, yes. And I don't know that one is greater than the other except for our own perception about how we perceive things. So, I leave you with this. Oh, wait, see what happened to our darkness. I choose darkness. I choose light. I choose light. There was a time when I chose darkness because I didn't know the light. And yet there's an interesting scripture in 2 Corinthians 4:6 that says that God commanded the light to shine out of the darkness into our hearts. And that's exactly what happened to me. And I think it's interesting that it says that the light came out of the darkness into our hearts. And so therefore, there's some kind of a balance here between light and darkness. And I'm going to share with you in the next video more about that, because I want to share with you an understanding that I've come to that I call neutrality. Now, I didn't come up with this idea. It's not my concept. I've been taught this by other teachers, but I have discovered this within my heart and within my own consciousness about what that is and how that plays out. Because we are stuck in this world where we still want to do this light and darkness, positive, negative thing, this conflict, and this we fall into this concept of us and them, and all this is about separation. The truth is, as I've shared with you in the past videos, we are one in spirit. And I want to share a little bit more about that in the next video. It'll be on the subject of neutrality. So be looking for that. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. See you soon.